Imagine you have a shoot, you have your client, the shoot is very well done, you have the perfect exposure, everything looks fine, the client is happy on the set, then you edit the footage and hell breaks loose. And then you give maybe the client the footage and he asks you what the hell is wrong with you. Today we talk about Moiré and how it can kill your fashion shoot, how it can make your images look completely terrible. When do you need it? When do you need an OLPF filter and when do you don't need an OLPF filter? My name is Paul Jonak and I want to prepare you for a little bit work and prevent you from a nightmare I had. I had basically once a fashion shoot with a friend of mine and I shot with the Lumix S5 fashion. You work then with a studio, nice light environment, bright lights, etc. and you shoot fashion in the studio regularly on F8 or something. And when everything is then ultra sharp in the image sensor of a camera cannot process ultra fine structures in fabric, for instance. The colors then get weird shifted, you have then so-called Moiré effect. And that happens with ultra fine details in clothing, fences, structures of walls, etc. Sometimes even in fur and people, but mostly in fashion shoots. And that happens when the focal point is exactly right and where the image is ultra sharp, then on this spot happens Moiré. Moiré won't happen on a blurry background or when something is in the foreground. Moiré won't happen there, it only happens when it's ultra sharp. And that is one of the reasons why I work with the Lumix S1H. I'm a fan of the S1H, I'm a fanboy of the Panasonic camera systems. I think the cameras are great, they don't overheat and they're reliable. You can treat them like a hammer and they will always get the nail and they are just robust, colors look nice, etc. And one thing, that's why the S1H is, I think, in even 2024 still relevant, is the Optical Low Pass Filter that prevents you from Moiré. It can even happen Moiré when you shoot an interview situation and someone wears fine line suit. In the old days, you told your clients don't wear fine stripes clothing or anything because that can cause Moiré and stuff, or you just tell them that doesn't look right on camera. But with the Lumix S1H, it looks still right on camera. And I had basically on this fashion shoot last year the Lumix S5. It doesn't have a Moiré filter, the image looks fine. Nice sharp images, but too sharp can destroy your footage. And I tell you what, that was also one reason why I didn't get the Lumix S5 Mark II or the Lumix S5X, because I want an OLPF filter and I want a little bit softer image, a little bit more cinematic image. When you watch cinematic movies, like in a cinema, that's where the word cinematic comes from, these movies are not often so ultra sharp. It is not the sharpest lens maybe, or the image is just not so ultra digital sharpened, and that makes a little difference. The difference is very subtle, you almost won't notice it, but after a while, when you get used to the footage, you see the difference. And then you see, well, that is a little bit better. I think when the Lumix S1H Mark II comes out and has also an OLPF filter, I will get this camera immediately. And this camera is 3 years old, but when you cannot work with a 3-year-old system and you think you are limited because of that, then something is terrible wrong with you and you should maybe buy a videography book instead of a new camera. So that said, my name is Paul Jonak and I just want to tell you, if you want to work in a professional fashion environment shoot, then get an OLPF filter camera. That's ultra important in my opinion. It can save you a lot of trouble, my friend. Yeah, I printed a picture. I was in Iceland with my S5 last year and we moved now to our new flat and I have now the opportunity to print a whole lot of pictures and make my walls nice, colorful with images from Iceland. That's from White Wall, not sponsored video here. Don't use the digital resharpened option on White Wall. I accidentally used it, and now my image is a little bit too sharp. But anyway, that is a nice passepartout portrait, passepartout frame, a nice picture from Iceland. I will hang that on my wall soon. So I hope you can use this information a bit. That is not often spoken about in the YouTube world, especially not in the content creator YouTubers world, because they never work for fashion. They only do a little YouTube video, then they post it, and they don't care about image quality, except it has to be, I don't know, 4K 50 FPS or something. But beware of the Moiré. Thank you very much. If you want to see a nice 6K video where I filmed wild wolves in an animal park in Germany, then it's completely uploaded, exported, and everything is 6K, except one video, it's full HD. Then watch my next video, then I will make a video about can you see the difference between 6K and full HD. See you in the next video.